Welcome to Share Talk, the only podcast where investors come first.
Hi, this is Zach Meir with the Bulletin Board Heroes on Monday, the 24th of February, here on Share Talk and sponsored by the UK Investor Show. Starting off with Greatland Gold, a stock which reminds us that on a very poor day for the stock market, we have one or two stocks which are able to take the strain. Here you can see that we've got break of the February resistance line there at 5 pence, above that and at least well above the floor of the rising December price channel at 4.7 pence, looking for a 7 pence target on this particular stock over the next few weeks, probably 2 to 4 weeks would do the trick. Clearly gold through the roof and gold stocks helped by that. Golden Prospects, the choice of today, where we can see that we've broken this extended line there from way back in August. That was running through around the 34 pence level, and while we're above 34 pence, looking for a target, the top of the wide rising trend channel from August, heading towards the 55 pence level. In fact, we'd be bullish on the stock while the shares are above the 50-day line at 31 pence. Let's just see how the shares close today, hopefully above the 34 pence level. Going on to another of the solid stocks of the moment, comes in the form of Metal NRG. Here you can see that nice rebound off the 50-day line over the last week or so, looking to break recent resistance at 80 pence and end of day close above that today. Could take the shares on a journey towards 1.2 pence plus, which is the top of a rising November price channel. And at this stage, really, as long as we're above the 0.65 area, which was the support area of Friday, looking pretty strong and bullish as well. I said on Friday that I was looking for a break of 105 for Novocyte to trigger the next leg to the upside. Rather conveniently, or perhaps not conveniently, the shares actually closed right on that number, but we did actually break up to 115 pence during the session, so I suppose that trigger was made. But either way, we already had the 10-bagger in the bag earlier this month. Situation now is that we've got gap higher through the high of Thursday at 125 pence, and at least while we're above that, looking for a retest of the best levels towards 220 pence. I suppose if you're closer to the market, don't want to risk that much, then today's initial low, 135, would be the money management level to look at. Another stock which was going crazy on social media over the weekend, Twitter especially, was Oracle Power. We've had another break of the shares through the rising 50-day moving average at 0.97, and that's really the feature at the moment. Normally when a stock delivers an end-of-day close through a rising 50-day line, it is a bullish signal. Still could have a bit of a pinball effect between, let's say, 0.9 and 1.3 pence, but it looks as though probably third time lucky here in the recent past, the shares should keep going. Stop loss on the buy argument at the moment, 0.97, the 50-day line, or just below it. You can see also that the 1 pence level was resistance earlier in the month, so that should now come in as the support area for the shares. Big target here for fans of the shares, 2.2 to 2.2 pence, which is the top of a rising November trend channel. On to something slightly less frisky at the moment. It comes in the form of Orosur Mining. Just looks as though we're breaking out or starting our recovery from the lower levels there. Broken that line of resistance from January around the 2.8 pence level, and while we were above that, looking for significant further gains. Ideally, we see an end of day close above the 50-day line one day this week, hopefully today, at 2.98 pence, and with that we would then be able to pencil in a target at that November resistance line, top of the post-November triangle there, as high as 4.5 pence. Easy to look at gold stocks at the moment. I looked at Petropavlovsk last week, I believe. but just heading towards the top of a rising trend channel from November. And really, while we're above that old 19 pence peak from January, that would appear to be where the shares are going. In fact, it's surprising that the shares haven't actually done even better than they have at the moment. Finishing off with tertiary minerals, where there's news of an increased stake by a significant shareholder. Here we've got the shares in a triangle formation here, 0.33 to say 0.42. End of day close above that February resistance line at 0.42 should be the trigger for at least a partial or even a full retest of the best levels towards 0.9 pence seen earlier in the month. Probably the only missing part of the jigsaw really is for this 200-day line, which is basically flat at the moment, to start rising. If we see that, then that should actually give the shares some decent momentum, but well placed at the moment with the RSI in the upper 50s. That's normally the building block for and a leading indicator on a new leg to the upside. That's it from me today. More updates tomorrow.
Thank you for listening. Remember to visit our website for more news and other podcasts at www.share-talk.com.